Hey folks, all doing? Hero of None here with your Mundus Minute on March 4th, 2022. ESO news, Glacier merchant, and gold merchant stuff, all in a few minutes. First up in the news. New Crown Store Showcase up for March 2022 is up, and I'll leave links down below. To note, you get a new ESO Plus statue with our Daddy Dagon. A new skeleton mount is coming up, a few new Hero adornments, Jester's Festival caps, the first blade, which you should recognize from Daggerfall, a few new interesting Spectral Gloombound weapon sets, and a few other nice, interesting costumes. Leave a link down below so you can take a look at it all. Now, update 33. There's a few things coming in here. I figured I'd touch a little bit about some of the things that are coming up and some things you probably need to pay attention to on PTS coming up with it. So first off, account-wide achievements. Now, this has had some controversy to it because certain things are no longer going to be level up. You're not going to be able to level up certain things as easily anymore. But ESO has gone through and changed some things here as well that might actually make up for it. So, kind of want to go over this here for the Undaunted Leveling Up. Currently, you're going to get you have a lot of achievements to help level up your Undaunted, but in the future, since we're going to have account-wide achievements, and achievements are no longer going to be attainable per character, that's going to go down to 0. Instead, daily delves are not going to change, but dungeon quests are now actually going to give some on this. Pledges on normal is now going to give it 25 over the 10. Pledges on veteran are going to give 50 over the 20. Pledges on hard mode is now going to give 100, which is really good incentive to do so, especially in the non-DLC. Trials are actually going to give Undaunted experiences now as well, with 50 and 100 for normal and veteran. So if you have characters you're trying to level up and up Undaunted, Trials actually might be a good way to do so. Remember, this is still on PTS. It's not live yet, but it's looking pretty good there. Also coming up in this next change, there's going to be new PvP rewards, a deconstruction assistant, some basic new base game stuff coming up with it, a few new enhancements, and of course 2 new DLC dungeons. I'll leave a link down below for that for everyone to look at, and hope you find something that you'll enjoy. Let us look at the Luxury Merchant and the Golden Merchant for this week. So, first off, on the Luxury Merchant, we have a few interesting items here with changing rooms, Clockwork City changing rooms, Clockwork City looms, spinning wheels, some basic fabric stuff here. So, just kind of like generic homebound stuff here you might want to add into your collection. As for the Golden Merchant, for 150k, you can get Mad Tinkerer's Ring, which if you deal damage, you summon a venomous fabricant that charges at the nearest enemy and deals 6,871 shock damage to all enemy in its path, knocking them in the air and stunning them for 2 seconds. The effect can occur once every 8 seconds. It's up to you if you want to get this. Most people will probably grab this simply by doing stuff inside Clockwork City rather than picking up a gold version from the vendor. In addition to that, for also around 50k, Ring of Night Terror, which is an interesting set. The 5-piece is kind of meh. When you take melee damage, you deal 1,400 poison damage to your attacker. It can occur once every 1 second and scales off your weapon or spell damage. Not that great. What is good about this, though, is the 3-piece bonus here, which reduces your radius that it can be detected while sneaking by 2 meters, reducing your cost to sneaking by 27% as well. I would recommend this set on its 3-piece combined with other things like Dural Brawls, I can never pronounce it right, which is a set that comes out of Elsewhere, and Night Mother's Terror, which is not Night Mother's Sorrow, it's a different one, which on its 5-piece will also reduce detection radius. Great for trying to level up your sneaking for Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood as well. Especially if you're not a Khajiit, it's definitely you definitely want to pick it up. The gold version, however, probably skip it. It's a little bit overkill. You can even have just like green version of this, and it still gives that same bonus. For 250k, Mighty Glacier Ring. When you activate a snare or immobilize a target with a snare and immobilize, you and 11 other group members get major resolve for 15 seconds, increase your physical and spell resistance, and have it concur once every 10 seconds. Yeah, not great. You have so many other sources of major resolve, it's not that good. And in addition to that, that snare immobilize won't really work on it works on non-boss targets, but if you're facing a boss where you actually might need this, yeah, you can't activate it on a boss character. You have to activate it on ads. Not the greatest. I would skip over that. Stonemaster's Ring, also for 250k. When you deal critical damage with a fully charged heavy attack, your light and heavy attacks will deal an additional 1542 damage for 20 seconds. That can occur once every 10 seconds. So interesting set here again. Really your choice if you want to do this, but the proc conditions with this being a critical damage on a fully charged heavy attack means that you probably want to be using something like a restoration staff or a lightning staff to trigger it. And again, you're going RNG style here with the critical damage, so I'd probably not recommend it. For 100k, Stonekeeper's Guise, which gives you resources back after you block so many times, 6 times, and then Chokethorn's Mask. When you use healing ability, yeah, 33% chance to summon a sapling, which will heal you or any ally that you heal, and it has a pretty good uptime. However, I would probably skip over these because it's so easy to run both dungeons to get these sets. Well, maybe not Stonekeepers. Maybe if you don't have the DLC, this would be one to get, but Chokethorn, it comes at Elden Hollow 1. Probably skip it and just run the dungeon instead. Anyway, I'm Hero of None. See y'all in Tamriel. And a reminder, you can catch me on the Twitters and on the Twitches at Hero of None. Follow me every night after 9, except for Tuesdays and Thursdays. Later.